back to another Longsword breakdown.
Today we're going to break down a fight between myself and our clubmate Sam, so I hope you enjoy. All right, so Sam and I, fencing, here we go, first exchange.
Hand shot?
I think it's a hand shot, so
Yeah.
let's take a look. So you can see here, he comes in with this forward long point, and I cut around to the exposed hand as he's turning. You can see it right there. So he's trying to turn his sword over a little bit. You got the Sambo guys in the background. All right, cool. Next exchange.
Parry, parry.
Okay, that was an interesting one. That was a really cool exchange.
It looks like there was 3 parried hand shots
yeah,
into an elbow.
Let's take a look. So, starts off, he attacks the hands. That misses. I attack the hands. I feint twice, and I cut over here. So this one...
Parries that.
Yeah, I think it was top of shield.
Yeah, you keep going after, so...
Yeah, so we
parry.
keep going. He parries that one. He comes in there.
Going for your own hand.
That's a void, doesn't quite hit.
Which you void and parry.
Void and parry, and then he goes again. I beat. I feint. That's interesting. Did you see that? That was kind of cool. So as I beat, I feint to one side, I cut to the other side, and that does make contact right there.
On the outside,
so you can see it make contact there. And then we continue. I try and void out. Do I make it? Yes. Oh, look at that.
He almost hit you in the foot.
Almost hits me in the foot. That's so close. And that was a good exchange. That was a cool exchange. All right, here we go. Ready? That's one exchange. Here we go. Hand shot.
Yeah.
Hand shot. So I was playing a hand shot game this time. So he comes in, and you can see we're kind of jockeying for this space here. We're trying to see his range. I've been operating at max range, and then there we go. And then I come in, and I just take, as he's moving into that upward motion, take it there. Yeah. Here. Okay, he indicates. Let's take a look. I couldn't quite see it. So he tries a one-handed gazeling to try and get me back, and I'm able to interrupt that action. I think it hits as it glazes through, so it's not a strong hit. It kind of hits in between, and he doesn't quite make his gazeling there. So there's that. All right, cool. And then...
That looks good on the inside of the arms.
Okay, that was a really cool exchange. That was a cool exchange. So this is a multi-intention exchange. I come in, and I go for an hand shot at the beginning, but I don't get it, so he's able to parry that there. And then I parry high, because I know the afterblow is coming there. I come around.
To the opposite side.
No, I come over his cross, so I'm trying to go to the top. I don't quite make that, and then he attacks high, and I come back around. So I come back around and hit him there, and then I'm able to get out just in time. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Sick exchange.
It was a good exchange.
Same thing there.
Same thing.
Does that unter?
Yeah. So I come in here. I was throwing some weird unters that day. So I thrust in, and then he starts to resist. And as he does, I come underneath, and I hit both here and here. And I kind of press it and hold it. And that's how I stay safe, by moving it that way. And then I block as I go out. Yeah. All right, here we go. Next exchange.
Distraction, back out.
And then I think, oops, sorry, I wasn't done yet.
Yeah,
okay. I think he got me there. So let's take a look. So I come in, I go for the Shisen, and it misses. So I'm offline.
Yeah,
He raises me up here, and then no one's got anything
here.
There's nothing good.
Unwinding. He gets...
Yeah, I think this is actually
debatable.
Do I get that? So
let's
look
like
at this.
He might have a slice.
I don't think he does. I think he's off my body.
Yours is better.
So he's here. He's pressing, and then I hit him.
There.
But mine doesn't look great. Do you think? No, that's got some force to it
yeah,
right there.
It's
got some force to it.
Forearm.
And then does he get me? No, that just clears. So I guess that is mine. I thought that was his. So there we go. And then that one, he might have got my hand on that one. Yeah. Let's take a look. So we're here. I cut in.
Fade high.
And I do a thrust.
Get over.
And it looks like it does make contact. There's a little bit of blade contact there.
A little bit.
Do you see?
Right there. Right at the mask.
He raises high, and then he comes down on... Do you think I got him here? Hold on.
I can't...
Boom. Yeah, you can see the indentation right there.
Yeah.
So it's a small contact, light contact there.
He
and
was
then
slightly too slow,
late.
and then
he raises this up. He gets the afterblow on the hand. I would say this is probably more his than mine because mine was very shallow.
Yeah.
I'd say that I was at max extension and that I wouldn't have stopped
If you had a deeper thrust, I would say that his afterblow wouldn't have been valid, but because
my thrust wasn't deep enough.
No,
I think that's his point. I think that's his point. So in the next exchange,
range game.
That was cool. Let's
Hand
go ahead and
shots,
see what happened.
yeah.
I look at my arm. I think he might have gotten me. So that was fast. So I come in
Feint.
and I go
going
for
back
the
hand
hands.
shot.
Does that hit?
It looks like it's on top of cross, so I think it.
Yeah, it looks like it bends on the cross.
Yeah,
I don't think that hits.
Cross.
So that was covered. And then he comes in with
attempted thrust.
I think that might be what I was reacting to. I think I just missed that.
Clip out of the way.
And then he comes in, so he's chasing me down. As he's chasing me, he leaves it out. I cut to the low. He parries that. And then there's this. I think that might be the contact I was feeling.
He gets under and hits your hand there. Is that over or under cross?
It looks like no, that hits. You can see it between the plates. So that right there, that's the attack. That's the contact. That's the final contact. And I don't hit him on the hands there. I think.
Yeah, it looks like
he's got a good angle, so he doesn't get hit there. So that's his point. Yeah, and I acknowledge that. Boom. Oh, yeah, that was beautiful.
Thrust.
So I Shisen, I hit.
Lock it out.
And then I lock it out, and then I come around again, and I indicate.
But don't
womp, because that's mean. We don't womp our friends.
Hand shot.
Let's take a look.
Looks like you hand shot his
into
Gazelin.
the Gazelin. Yeah. So I
That's
see
the
him.
one downside of the Gazelin. If you crump or attack into it, it's pretty easy to displace and hit over.
You can also see that I'm operating at maximum range here. So as I'm here, I raise my hands to get something, and then I snap to full range as I start
on the backhand.
On the backhand, yeah.
Which then also displaces said Gazelin.
Yep, and he's just at a distance there too. He's trying to fade, which is the correct move to do with the Gazelin, but he just didn't have a range for it.
In theory, it would have been
a good move.
Also a free at 10, but you were cheating your range.
I was cheating. We're both cheating our range.
That deep flug. So he thought he was out of range.
All right, and there's another thrust. I can't tell if it hits. Let's take a look. So as this comes in, it looks like, does that hit? Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah, I think it does.
That does hit right there. Yeah, that hits. We continue though. So he presses up. He winds off.
Looks like
so that's flat.
He gets a little bit of contact, but
it's off
it's
the
probably
parry.
like a weak slice.
So if you look at this, it's off the parrying right there.
Yeah.
And then we come through, and then we both kind of get none of this stuff. I think is very. There might have been a slicing action there.
Yeah,
I don't think
see
it was.
Unwinds.
I don't know about that one. I think that first attack hit. It was at maximum range. I couldn't quite tell, but I think that would have been if there was a scoring action with that part.
Yeah.
So let me keep going. All right. There we go. Let's take a look at this one. So I come in, I cut to the hand. Does that look like it hits?
I don't think so.
Are you sure?
It looks like, because you go like 2 intentions after that. So I don't think it does.
That hits though.
And that hits under.
And then he parries that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's his. That's his. So you can see, I come in, I attack the hand, he parries that, he cuts. I start to raise because I think his attack's coming higher, and he cuts underneath, and then he presses there. And then this is actually a very lucky hilt parry. Look at that. That's a hilt parry right there.
Yeah.
All right. And he walks out of it. That was kind of messy.
Yeah, looked like.
So attack the hands.
Passe here.
Hit.
Into head.
Oh yeah, it's a passe. Yeah.
Passe,
so
but it does end up. Yeah.
Well, he misses this. There's no cut there. Because you can see that it's not actually impacting anything.
Yeah, passe.
It stops there, so his is going past me like this. So it didn't have enough pressure to really do anything. And then I come back, so I do the break from above.
Yeah.
So as he comes in here, I'm there, and then I come back on this to displace it, and then I come back to the head. So the final attack is right there. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked it.
Let us know if you want more.
And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and do all that stuff.
See you next time.
Yeah, that.